What is going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we're going to be looking at Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as XRP to USD. We're also going to be looking at the current coin market cap, as well as an article talking about Litecoin potentially entering a death cross. I think that's quite important. A ton of information. We're going to do a giveaway at 12,000 subscribers. So if you're new to the channel, definitely make sure to drop a comment, like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and let's jump into today's video. So before we go into the article, I do want to look at the current coin market cap. Right now, market cap is 269 billion. 24-hour volume is 60.8 billion. Bitcoin dominance is 68.9%. You can see at the top 10 cryptos that everything does seem to be quite okay. We're seeing a lot of consolidation across the board. Bitcoin up 1.5%, Ethereum at 0.42%, XRP at 1.25%, Bitcoin Cash at 0.69%, and Litecoin in the number 5 down 1.1%. So for the most part, the majority of the market is really just trading out sideways. You're not really seeing any sort of movement at all. It's a lot of just consolidation across the board, and I do think with this dying volume that we're seeing within the market, that it does play some very interesting approaches to the cryptocurrencies and where they, where their future, relies and where the future plans on going. You can see once again today, it's pretty much just sideways movement. Most of the coins are just, at least the bigger coins with that make most of the impact on the market, are literally just sideways for the most part. Really no real jump or difference that it's doing on the market. So with that being said, I do now want to jump into an article posted by A&B Crypto saying Litecoin entering dangerous territory as slump could mean the dawn of the death cross. What does that mean? I did look at my charts. We'll look at these charts and we'll do a comparison. But it's saying Litecoin post-halving slump should be met with concern. The fifth largest crypto in the market has been in a slump since the beginning of the month, with many dismissing it as simply the halving bears. However, the digital silver is now entering dangerous territory. Since topping out at 144 during the close of June, the price has been in a free fall. At the press time, Litecoin was trading at $75, whopping 75% below its yearly high. This price prediction did not happen suddenly, but in gradual phases, as we know. It's pretty much halved the current price, starting off at $144 prior to the halving, and now we're at $75, which is crazy how that's literally like 50% drop in the price of the crypto, it just blows my mind. So moving on, you can see where it's going to, the dangerous waters. So what are we referring to? You can see the death crosses right here that they're referring to. And you can see the severely slumping price of Litecoin has been understated. Over the past 2 months, with Litecoin dropping by close to 50% in value, the coin has dipped below its 50, 100, and 150-day moving averages. The last of the four was witnessed less than 10 days ago. On the 14th of August, the price dropped 10.72%. So let's see, nothing referring to what the title said. Here we go. So the finishing up, a move out of the falling wedge would result in an immediate test of 77 resistance. However, this does rely on the volume moving upwards, as well as the MACD over signal line scenario holding up for a while. On the other side, if the bears continue the maul on Litecoin market, the crypto could parallel into the death cross, which would signal price slump for several weeks, if not months. And they do have a point. So taking that now onto the crypto itself, I would like to look at Bitcoin first, then go into Litecoin. So I'm thinking about what they were saying, the slump, the death cross, where could that potentially lead into Bitcoin? Well, what I did notice is right here, we're starting to see this cross that we're talking about. And I'm noticing with Bitcoin, it's having that more influence on the market than Litecoin is. And I'll show you Litecoin's death cross. They're using the MACD, I'm using other charts and analysis, but I'm noticing more of an issue with Bitcoin right now. You'll notice that as we started to come upwards, we've had the coins get the lines on the highlight on the MACD get very, very, very close to closing off completely. And it did get quite close enough to almost crossing over. Now, if these two lines do cross over, that does indicate a death cross, and usually indicates some sort of retracement or bearish market, which is something we have to pay close attention to. Now notice the price of the coin is doing what I did say. Wow, that is really nice. So a couple of things. I'm going to zoom in on the price right now. So you can see the few advantages we're having. If indeed we do break this and we do cross the high-low MMA, that may indicate bearish moves. It doesn't look like we're doing that just yet. We may get very close, but not actually fully, cross over right here, because the price is acting very healthy. You can see the past couple of days, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, almost a week now, we've had trouble breaking this resistance that we were using as the support for months on months. And you can see we just finally started to have that benefit of the doubt, and we started to break through it. Today's candle, it's very early in the morning, 8:50 a.m. I'm making this video, and so we have the rest of the day, but you can see the price wants to go back above here. Currently battling, this resistance line right here, but it looks like it's trying to break through here. And if my theory is correct, then we can close today's candle inside here, because as you guys know, I did buy Bitcoin at $10,000. We should be able to crawl back in, and if we do indeed crawl back in, we should start to see a slow, gradual move back up to the resistance up at the top, which, as we know, is around $12,700. So we're looking for that movement up to these levels up here. If we can close back up here, we should be able to start to, move up into that direction. So I am quite intrigued, and I do like the fact that we're starting to break through. We're starting to wick back inside of here, which is great news, like all across the board. And it does raise some, I wouldn't say red flags, but it does raise some concern that if we do manage to have this death cross, we may start to fall down to, as they said, several weeks or months of bearish news. Now, Litecoin, on the other hand, we already had the death cross on the daily. So the weekly, I believe, is nowhere near the death cross, which is exactly where it is right now on its high-low MMA. You can see right here what we're doing. This may very well be the bottom. This may very well be the bottom for Litecoin. Why is it the bottom for Litecoin? Well, I've been saying it in other videos that I've titled, but you can see and this does take several weeks. When we're looking at weekly charts, it takes several weeks. And I try to make videos every day, so it's hard to come up with different titles to, interest you guys. But you can see we're starting to bounce beautifully off not only the green band, but this purple band acting as the high-low middle moving average, both of those. So this support is starting to push the coin back up. So this may be the bottom for Litecoin and Bitcoin. Litecoin especially, testing out that bottom support level does indicate and raise some awareness to the fact that this may be the bottom. You can see we've literally been hanging out here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days, a little over 10 days now, a little over a week of just movement sideways, no volume. You can see the volume's dying off. The high-low MMA is very low. And if we do get that support, like I said, I did buy into Litecoin too, we can very well see this happen. It may take a little longer. Maybe it'll look like this. But that movement in that direction is merely what we're referring to into that uptrend. So I'm really looking for that spike, and we should see a $94 to $100, Litecoin fairly soon. I don't think we're going to fall into a death cross with Litecoin. Bitcoin may, but Litecoin seems very low. I'd be very shocked on the weekly if we did pull to those levels down that low. Be very shocked. Once again, Ethereum, another great coin to indicate that we may be at the bottom, where this is going to be the critical retest of the bottom to really indicate which way we are going to travel for the next couple of weeks. It's like the groundhog. Will he poke his head and get scared? Will he crawl back into the hole? Did he see a shadow? That's pretty much it. Will we have a couple more weeks of winter or no? So you can see the uptrend right here has been so helpful to tracking Ethereum's price. And you'll notice just recently we came into a little dilemma. We have this small resistance downwards, and we have this bigger uptrend right here. And you're noticing a lot of consolidation and a lot of retestment of not only the uptrend right here, but the resistance right here. And it's all coming down to one point, one fine point. And it looks like we're having a little bit of trouble breaking through that. We did try, but we may see tomorrow be the biggest indicator. If we can hold this line sturdy, which we've had the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, almost 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, almost 2 weeks now, we can continue to hold this. We should be able to start another candle and break through. If we can complete that and break through, then merely we're just looking for that run back up to this level, this box. That's merely where the price is going to go if this work can continue to hold, which it seems to be doing fairly well. That is if we don't do the death cross. So merely we're done with this consolidation, I think, for the next couple of days. We're done with the no price, no volume, and we're seeing a very critical test right now happening. And this is pretty much going to prove its value as to whether or not we're going to shoot up with major volume or shoot down with major volume. Lastly, XRP, once again, holding its descending wedge quite well. As I zoom in, you'll notice that we do look like to be having quite a bit of problems, or it's becoming problematic with this resistance. It doesn't seem to want to break through here. It tried with its wick, and it retraced right back down. So it looks like it needs a couple more days of consolidation, maybe even one more day to just trade out sideways, and then we could potentially see that growth back to the upside. Everything is pretty much undervalued. It's just waiting, it's just a waiting game at this point as to waiting it out and then buying back in at the right time, and we should see a very nice spike all the way up to potentially 36 cents per XRP token. But that's going to sum up today's video, guys. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.